morning, Sam.
Oh my God.
Good morning, Sam.
Well, well, well. I didn't die. Happy Wednesday. I hope we're doing well. As well as we can. It's hot here today. Fortunately not as hot in the bedroom as I was worried it was going to be. The sun is very strong today, but so far the room seems alright. So far. But it is hot. Um, plan the plan today is still to continue chipping away at Mask of the Lunar Eclipse. Because as I've stated, I think just in the Discord, as I've stated, I want to at least try to finish that before scheduling gets significantly more complicated in the coming weeks. But I can't promise anything. Partly due to the heat, partly due to the unpredictable energy levels and things like what plagued me last week was just excessive. It was mostly allergy. Basically, just not really being able to like function at all through my nasal passages. When you're like sneezing and or blowing your nose literally all day, it's kind of shocking how exhausted you are by the end of the day. You know, just like splitting focus between not being a sniveling mess and trying to get work done. It's draining in a way that I don't really have an adequate means to describe. So I was tired most of last week. And between that and just kind of weird weather, opted to just lay low, hang out. And it's not impossible that the coming weeks will bring more of that prior to just having to disappear because I need to put my computer in a box. So, you know, casual stuff. Yeah, being that there was an entire week of me not existing here in this format, I forgot I did that.
Welcome back, Dusk.
I
I
forgot
enjoy this space when it's more space up.
Oh my. That's broken. Was that deafening for anyone else? What happened there? Hang on, let me fix that before we get any further. Oh, I see what happened.
Good morning, Sam.
I see what happened. I didn't hit save when I switched it to random. So I've No, stop. Sorry. It should be fixed now. It should be fixed now. Should be. Hopefully. There we go. Hopefully that wasn't too loud for everybody. I did spend time looking at the mixer while swapping everything over. And I'm hoping that they're okay. Like my death scream. I did not. Um I'm pretty sure they come through on the Firebot end a little bit louder than they should on OBS. Um just because I have a separate volume mixer on OBS that I can control all of them collectively with. But I did manage their volumes a little bit on the Firebot side. Basically, yeah, that's something. That's something I did while I was off. I finally got off of sound alerts. So some of the redeems have been altered. Some of them are missing. Some of them still don't have sounds. A lot of my like big alerts that I want to implement still don't have sounds because I just need to make the sounds for them. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that's still on the go. But one big thing.
Oh my
It's
God.
all in one place now. It's all in one place. So, yeah. Yeah, there is stuff I want to discuss. And we will. So let me... I wanted to see if you broke... Thank you for discovering it early, because clearly I did fucking break it. It was really broken. Spent all the time getting all the volumes squared away with that one. And then, probably just forgot to set it to play them at random instead of sequentially. Anyway, I guess we'll come over here really quick. I'm probably going to be a sweaty mess. It's really fucking hot. But we'll do the little greetings now that people are rolling in. Before I get too distracted by everything else. So, Dusktuber. Hi. Hello. There is a greeting from Kel, but I'm going to hold that one until it's confirmed Kel is sad and listening again. So don't let me forget. But, good morning, Rose. Good morning, Tupper. Good morning, Rose Tower. Fucking 80 stream streak from Neon. Thank you, Neon. That's a big number. Welcome back. Thank you. We did get to hang out a little bit. We had some interaction while I was not doing this, but now you can witness. Yeah, I hope everyone was well. I'd like to say I had a productive week. I really did not. It was a lot of just surviving the heat and kind of couch rotting. I did. I know I mentioned in Discord. I finished at long last Final Fantasy V. It's one of the things that happened. And then yesterday, I also scratched Mega Man ZX Advent off of my list, which was the final game in the Zero ZX collection that I had to play. A collection with which I played the rest of the series. I'm pretty sure I started playing those games early 2024. Before I was streaming. I like ripped through them. Mega Man 0, 1 through 4, done in a couple months. The first ZX game, also finished shortly thereafter. Started Advent, just lost the desire to play any of those games. All at once. And then just like very, very slowly chipped away at it. But in the last, I'd say a little over a week now, I sat down and was like, no, we're fucking finishing this. And that's all I played after I finished Final Fantasy V. So that's done as well. 2 games off my list. There's still many more, but, you know. Let me properly read what everyone's saying, because I've kind of just been existing. The Hydra streams, yeah, that did happen. To confirm, yes, it did literally play every sound file at once. That is exactly what happened. So, or the messages that happened, yeah. That's all good. It was the ghosts all screaming at once. They're like, ah, fuck, we're under threat again. Late to the screaming. Probably for the best, Samu. Probably for the best. Let me properly greet everyone actually rolling in. I did the greetings, but there are others. There are others of you. So hello, Waki, of course, of course. Hello, Neon. Hello, Samu. Hello, hello. I saw more names. Scrolling. Amy, hello. And of course, anyone who might be hanging out, lingering in the
55
background.
Steam
Oh
streak
my
the
goodness
streak
me.
him streaming in the stream. Wow, amazing. I can't believe it. I'm on TV, Mom.
The pause is what really got me. Streaming in the stream. Wow, amazing. It's so full of emotion. Incredible. Thank you for 55, Sam. That's also a very big number. No, it's nice to be back. I know it's not like I was gone super long. I've been on longer hiatuses, but it's have I actually? That's probably mostly only been like a week or two. I think for the holidays this year I took 2 weeks off, right? Something like that, or was it just the one? The holidays, I mean, like around Christmas, because I knew it would be frantic, but Waki is evil. Oh, you know. But yes, before too much distraction, one of the things that I did do, as I mentioned, was migrate all of my redeems away from sound alerts, finally. So nothing is there anymore. But as a result, a couple of redeems have altered a little bit. Some, like, they will eventually all have sounds tied to them, I promise. Because I miss them otherwise. But that day is not today. And I mean, someone's probably noticed. Best Dad is missing. I have made it. It exists. It's just disabled because there are no sounds currently tied to it. I've mentioned before that I want to go through and get the sound bites myself, just by ripping them out of the game the way I have most of my other sound bites. I just need to sit down and actually do like a lightning run through the first Silent Hill to get the first batch of sound bites. And then I could probably do a quick rip through Shattered Memories, kind of in a similar fashion. But those are all going to be when I have time. Honestly, that might end up being a project if we get into the house and have stuff set up before the internet. We're going to try and have internet set up really quick, but I don't know what it's going to be like yet. So, but it might be like an offline project. New Best Dad featuring Samuel. Just replace all Harry sound bites with Samu asking, have you seen her? I'm looking for my daughter. Give me all the lines. Maybe we can talk. We'll talk. We'll figure something out. We'll figure something out. As Jennifer Coolidge specifically. Yeah, what else? What else happened this week? Finished games. Migrated redeems. I don't know. I don't know. Getting home today was kind of a shit show. I guess that's something that we can talk about. Traffic is just like fucked here. I don't know what's going on. But so I left work like a little bit early to try and catch one of the buses. Basically, the bus that I usually take, it's like the same route, but it moves in opposite directions, right? Like it'll go one way and then it'll go back, and then, you know, it'll keep that pattern back and forth. So usually I catch the one that takes me closer to home faster. But I left work a little bit early to take the opposite direction in the hopes that I could then transfer to a separate bus, which would get me to where I wanted to be before the final bus that I take left, and I'd have to wait for the later one. I'm explaining this terribly. I don't know if I can really get into this super detailed without getting doxy. So basically, just like, I leave work, catch one bus going in a certain direction, and then I usually have to kill like a half hour for my bus because I don't have enough time to get to the earlier one from there. But I left a little bit early to catch a bus in the opposite direction in the hopes of catching that earlier one to home. But the bus was so backed up because traffic was just shit that I was like, well, I'll just let that one pass by and then catch the one that I would usually take anyway, because traffic seems to be better going that direction. And then that one was super late. It's like, what the fuck is happening? It was like a half hour late. So I got to the bus stop like 20 minutes early and then waited an hour for nothing. It's like, what's happening right now? I would have walked had I known, you know? Had I had any idea, I would have just walked. Dodged a bullet. I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know which bus you're taking specifically. So I'm not sure, but like probably. You probably did dodge a bullet. It was bad. They were just bad. Had I known that they would be that delayed, I would have walked and been faster. You know? But because I didn't know and opted to wait, I just lost like an hour of my time. It's so fucking annoying. There's nothing I hate more than just waiting. You know? Just the act of waiting is the worst thing in the world. Like, even if it takes me if it's the same amount of time for me to walk, I will opt to walk every time, because then at least I'm doing something. Right? You know? Like, I'm not saving any time, but I'm moving. There was an accident. There was no sign of anything there. That's bizarre. Single vehicle. Something else is on my way to the bus stop. I walked by, in this order, all in a line, big old row of them, an ambulance, a police vehicle, a police vehicle, a police vehicle, an unmarked police vehicle, a fire truck, a fire truck, a fire truck, a police vehicle, and a fire truck. And I saw no sign of any reason for them to be there, but they were all pulled over and all had their lights on. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Could have been single vehicle. I mean, maybe, but like there was literally no sign of anything. Just the vehicles. Just the emergency vehicles. No pedestrian vehicle. There was no urgency. Like, it was bizarre. Ice cream truck catering. It was weird. It was so weird. Anyway. So that's all the excitement. Other than that, it's just full sun. Non-zero chance I probably got sunburnt because I'm, pasty fucking ginger. Um, that'll be a tomorrow problem if it manifests. I'm usually pretty good at keeping direct sun off of me because I know how easily I burn, but we'll find out. We'll find out all in due time. What else is going on? What else is going on? Oh, actually, kind of a big one. A big one. I don't know when it'll happen, and I don't know what it'll look like, but I just want to talk about it. Um, saved you some of the jaunt. You did. You saved me. No, it was great. And then we got food. I was home and fed faster because you picked me up where I normally would have been waiting for the final bus. So no. I know many of you lovelies, also hang out in our darling friend Kel's stream. And there was a little cheeky something when they returned this week. They were rocking a little PNG that I'd never seen before, and I was like, man, I just need to talk about this. So actually, for like a couple weeks, I've been looking into tuber stuff. So I've never really addressed it, but that was kind of my original goal when I started throwing around the concept of streaming again. So like 2 years ago, I was looking at tube stuff, but I didn't know anything. So I didn't know what resources were. I didn't know fuck all. And then had a little voice. Yeah, that was different though. I made that in like 10 minutes so that there would be something on screen for that stream. I'm looking at stuff way more elaborate than that. So, Dusktuber, maybe. No, I've been throwing the idea around a lot recently. Cause we're gonna be real for a sec. I do struggle like a fuckload with just like general dysphoria, right? And it gets kind of really exhausting being here and just like seeing my fucking face on the webcam every single time I stream, to the point where sometimes that alone, just knowing that I'll be confronted with that, spikes the anxiety, right? I've mentioned before, there's always a fuckload of anxiety when I go live. That's partly why I have 10 minutes of starting soon screen, so that I can just like sit down here and let myself get hyped and into the headspace. I'll just sit here and listen to the music or run around and do some prep work. But I'm just like, I kind of hit a wall a few months ago where I was like, I'm just tired of seeing myself all the time. So I started very slowly looking into some of the options that are there for like software. Started trying to explore a little bit of like what exists for resources for assembling things. Obviously, I know a handful of wonderful artists that will probably be getting more messages once I have a better foundation of what I want things to look like. But just if at some point I'm suddenly not a webcam, you know, it's not sudden. I'm addressing it now. I was going to keep it a little just down low until I had more of an idea for things, but it's just one of those things that's like sitting in the back of the brain, kind of chewing a hole through you, you know? So it's like I just want to vocalize it, just get it out there. Obviously, like I know. Think I have I. If I have, it must have been in passing. I know for my hardware and the kind of things that I like, I would probably go something 2D, two-dimensional, but I like the idea of having something tracked, so, because I move a lot, right? Like, I know that for me personally, I like the expressiveness of just, like, I do like this. I like what this offers, right? The, the ability to express very directly without having to think about it is something that I do cherish greatly. And I know no matter what avenue I take, unless I have the means to get like a full fucking body tracked bullshit, which I do not have the space or money or hardware to utilize, I know I'm going to be sacrificing by migrating away from a webcam, right? That's just how it's going to be. But invest thousands in mocap. If I had thousands, no, part of it too is that, like, a big part is something that Kel was expressing, is just having that flexibility and freedom to not have to, like, prepare yourself before getting in front of a webcam, you know? You can just sit down and turn it on, and then the character just looks how the character looks, and you're good to go. You don't need to do any extra getting ready. I know I don't do a lot to get ready to begin with, but, you know, there's still that added layer of just, like, if I wanted to just be a shitty little gremlin in pajamas, I could do that and not stress about it, right? 16-point camera setup and the heart rate monitor. I mean, I could do that without. No, if I put it. Listen, if I put a heart rate monitor on, you'd all think I was dying. Dude, it's probably better I don't do that for your anxiety. Eye moisture. Cherish the memories of your flesh Sona. And, like, listen, there would probably be times where I'd just be like, hey, you know, let's do a little webcam. Just for fun. But I could make those like a whole thing. I could get myself all dressed up funky and, I don't know, just get proper ready for it and make like an actual thing of putting on the webcam rather than it being a requirement. I know I don't need to have like anything. I don't have to have a webcam if I don't want to, but again, I cherish the ability to convey. You know? Does that make sense? But no, I know a couple people have already gotten like little messages in the background of just like inquiry. So vocalizing it this way will make it easier for me to get out of my own way. Because again, social anxiety is a huge thing, right? So now that I've put it out there into the ether, it'll be easier for me to just like ask people for tips if I need them. But I have been, the thing I've been playing around a little bit with, is I've been looking at just like the basic tracked 2D VTuber Studio. That's kind of like the big one, right? As close as you can get to, exactly, yeah. But I like the freedom that having 2D offers as someone who has no experience with 3D in terms of like modeling or anything. Live colonoscopy. Just buckle up, we're going in. No, what the fuck was I just saying? I don't have the funds to do 3D in the way that I would want to. And there's a lot more aesthetic flexibility with 2D in that regard. The way that I would like. If that makes sense. If that makes sense. But I still want to have that little bit of tracking, so I have been fucking around a little bit with VTuber Studio. Yeah, you mentioned that earlier, and I immediately opened a tab, Rat. I was hanging out. The second you name drop that, I was like, everything is literally just pointing me in this direction, huh? Like, Kel popped up with a cute little PNG, and everyone was having incredible discussions about how freeing the PNG was. And I was like, fuck, you know, I really just need to get more onto this. Free 3D model creator. I feel like that would be above my... That would fly over my head, though. Like, I don't know that I want to learn too many softwares all at the same time. That'll just... That's a great way to create a blockade for myself. If that also makes sense. Just like too many things at once, and I will... My brain will decide that it's not worth it. You know? And there will be no overcoming that once my brain has settled into that space. It'll be so difficult. So... Literally like The Sims. Just like a little avatar creator. The problem there too, though, is I don't want to have just like, here is a cookie cutter model copy paste type thing. And I definitely don't have the funds to pay someone 3D money to do the work for me. Does that... Right? That makes sense? Understand how hair worked. Just need the bandwidth. And I don't know if I have that either, is the other thing. For 2.0. Oh, I am stoked to see it, Rat. I'm very stoked. You did your little teaser post on your Discord, and I was like, oh fuck, let's go. No, I do think for now I'm cozy fucking around with the 2D. If I decide eventually that I want to upgrade, I'll look at some 3D stuff, but I think 2D will be enough for now. Just I've seen some of what can be done with that, and I like the simplicity of it. Bad is... I mean, it's... Accessibility is good. And there are a lot of people that make that work. I'm just not that people. You know? For live 2D is so daunting. Could never. That's okay. It's okay. I found like a super cheap Etsy model just so that I could test it. Test VTuber Studio, I mean. Just because I learn better hands-on, but I have to enjoy the thing that I'm working with as well, or I, again, will inadvertently throw up mental barriers. And I didn't like fucking around with the base models that they give you in VTuber Studio. You got like 3 choices or something, 3 or 4 choices, and I was like, no. No. So I found an Etsy page. The model was literally like 40 cents. And I've just been fucking around with that. It probably won't get actual use, but that's fine because it was 40 cents. You know? And it let me learn the program a little bit, which was nice. So I might explore kind of that avenue. the big thing is, as I've been saying constantly for probably over a year now, is just like figuring out so the sort of like the aesthetic identity of everything. Because I've wanted to update the actual channel for a long time. Because all the assets currently on my channel page were literally whipped together just to have something. I did those in like 5 minutes. Just off of shit that I already owned. By owned, I mean it's mostly a single photograph that I took. And then just edited words over it. So I'd like to come up with something that's a little more deliberately aesthetic for the whole brand identity, you know? You know? So currently I'm trying to just like brainstorm what I would want the little 2D avatar to even look like. And that's the current struggle, is just getting back into that like creative headspace a little bit. I think I was chatting with Tupper a little bit, and I haven't been in like a well, I know I've mentioned here that I haven't been in like the art headspace since college, which was like 10 years ago now. I haven't been in like the painting, drawing art headspace properly since like high school. And when it comes specifically to making characters, it's been like since middle school since I've been doing, or since I had like really done anything like that. So it's just like trying to get back into all that all at once. It's like, fuck. Fuck, dude. Super cute little cartoon ghost. There are some ideas. There are some ideas. I have some things floating around. Just you'll know. You'll know when it happens. I guess that's all I can really say about it. Nothing exists yet. So it is very much just a you will know when it happens. When that is, I couldn't even begin to hint at. Just know that it's something I'm ambiently working on, ambiently thinking about. But I'm sure, like most projects, it'll kind of cascade a bit once it starts to actually roll. It's just getting that initial push is always the hardest part with creative endeavor, I think. For me, anyway. Once the ball's rolling, it snowballs pretty quick, but it's difficult to get it rolling in the first place, you know? Yeah. That's a lot of what I've been, that's a lot of what I've been rolling around in my head. The last little while. But a lot of my learning some basics for VTube Studio was only in the last week in my downtime, so be exciting to see either way. I mean, I've already mentioned to our lovely Droblin that obviously you and Droblin are my first go-tos when I need emotes, because there will be time. We are, Cal. I've been looking for a hot minute, but seeing your little PNG tuber was like, I need to just vocalize that I've been fucking thinking about this. All signs are pointing to talk about it, is basically what occurred. But also, good morning, Cal. No, it was really funny. Like, I spent most of last week kind of fiddling around with VTube Studio. And then you did your return stream this week, and you were a PNG, and I was like, all signs really are kind of just hitting me over the head by this time, aren't they? Like, just do the fucking thing. Just stop humming and hawing and actually try and push for this. You little fucking, just do it. So. No, I appreciate that, Rat. He. Should I be worried? No, I know. I'm sure it's good, thank you. Having the PNG was so freeing. Well, part of, if you were literally just popping back, what I basically started this discussion with was like, I like the immediate expression and connection that webcam offers. But while I don't vocalize it very often at all, I do struggle with dysphoria a lot. Like, way, way more than I could feasibly express. So, well, the start of it was before I started streaming at all. Like, this past almost 2 years of streaming, leading up to it, I was already looking at the possibility of, like, what VTubing was. Because, like, VTubing's huge. But it wasn't when I streamed a little bit, like 10 plus years ago. Not anything like this, anyway. It was so outside of the realm of anything I was exposed to. So I didn't know it existed. And then starting to get back into Twitch a little bit, suddenly I started seeing just so many VTubers everywhere. By that point in time, I didn't know that there was like distinctions between like PNG tubers, 2D VTubers, 3D VTubers. Like, none of that was in my realm of knowledge. I didn't know anything about it. I just knew that VTubing was a thing. So I was starting to look at like software and stuff at that point in time. But I had my Silent Hill September idea and was like, I just gotta get rolling. I own a webcam because I started doing this like 10 plus years ago. It's the same webcam. It's the same mic, actually. Like, it's all the same equipment. Even the way that I have my, like, my main gaming scene set up is basically the same layout that I had established 10-ish years ago. So I just fell back into what I was doing a decade ago. It's a really good mic. It's a Blue Yeti. Like, they're still good mics. They're not professional mics by any means, but they are incredible for what they are. They've always been like kind of a staple, which is why I bought it when I was late teens. Started using it, you know. But yeah, kind of since then, I too have a Blue Yeti. It's like the mic, right? Mine's the blackout edition because of course it is. But yeah, just like off and on since I've started streaming, I would get hit with like the concept of looking into VTube stuff again. But I started getting like, as the community began to grow and things kind of really started getting established, it started building up this little voice in the back of my head that was like, well, now it's like, you can't because you've got a thing going here already. I was like, fuck, stop that. So in the last couple months, I've started really, really digging into it. And then again, as I said, this week, I spent like all last week actually actively playing around with things and looking at options. I know I reached out to Neon to ask some questions at one point. Just like in the last couple weeks, it all kind of started coming down. I was like, no, we're gonna start doing this. And then, as I mentioned, Cal, you came back and you were using a little PNG, and you're like, I've had this for years, and I was like, just do it. What are you waiting for? Just do it. So I'm vocalizing it to get it out of my head because things just rattle around and echo in there, and turn into a problem. So by vocalizing it, it'll help me get past the socially anxious barrier of asking questions when I need to, as I will inevitably need to. So I am semi-missing chat messages. I've been like half reading them, but I'm also yapping. So, um, you know, you know, send you a model they made of you literally right now, made in MS Paint. This is my premonition. That'd be incredible. Spent all day watching videos of people making PNG tubers. No, like I just after being involved in the platform as thoroughly as I have been for the last almost 2 years, it was really, really eye-opening seeing what can be done with all the different types of PNG and VTubing. That it was really like I didn't know they were that flexible and diverse, right? Because again, prior to getting into it here like this, my only real exposure was just like I would see clips of the major VTubers, and like they're all elaborate 3D models that were honestly probably paid for by the agency that they work for. You know what I mean? Like it was such a foreign world to anything I had any concept for. But obviously that's not the scope of most VTubers. So but they get commissioned every 3 months too. Yeah, welcome in. Hello, hi. I hope you're well. Exactly, right? Because like that's their brand. That's what they have. Like that they need to be fed into that because that's what it is for them. Right? So quite a few don't own their persona. Exactly, right? They basically just they're piloting a visage that an agency controls. They're the actor that suits up for the day. And that's kind of the thing, right? It's like, well, obviously for me that wasn't appealing. But now 2 years in, I've seen what can be done. Who's taking over exactly, right? Kel, who's who's picking up the reins? You're the hairdryer? They shouldn't. Mid? Fair. I'll skip that one. I know that one gets a little screechy. Again, I like it, but it's a bit much. Sorry. Bigger, not big, but you know, bigger messages. Terrible at reading right now. Talking about it, it's Jordan. Mentioned it. It was just confirmation. Yeah. Also do the thing. It is nice that you also have some decent digital art experience. I know once I start to finally have ideas, whoever I end up working with to make the thing happen, will be receiving some pretty awful pencil sketches because that's what I know. Strained with the parasocial nature strain. Yeah. It it can get dicey, right? And that's part of what I like about having these smaller, more intimate communities is that we kind of have control over that. If things get weird, we can put a stop to it pretty easily. But when your viewership and chat is like hundreds, if not thousands of people at a time, like how do you manage any of that? Especially if like being part of an agency kind of kickstarts you into that before you have any time to adequately adjust to the growth, right? Like fucking I don't usually look at numbers, but just to kind of prove a point. uh right now. Right now I'm apparently sitting at 13 folks hanging out in chat. Uh I think I remember my first raid putting me at about 12. And I was like, this is a lot of fucking pressure. That's a lot of people, man. Oh my goodness. How do I manage 12 people? You gotta grow, right? Fucking ads. Rude. Called graduating. Fake fan. Thought it was rhetorical. It's wild, right? It's like just retire at that point. Just let the persona disappear. It's I don't know. It feels weird to be a thing and then have someone else become that thing when you decide you're done with it. I that that feels like such a bizarre concept. Maybe I'm just I don't know, maybe I'm too much of a control freak. I hate that idea, right? Like if I stopped doing this, I would not want anyone else to take up my mantle for me. It's like just no, just let it lie. It's done. Just move on. Already have a large presence online. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's fair too, Rat. That's that whole thing. Like, I don't know, just being a large online presence is so outside of my realm of knowledge and desire. It's all just so foreign to me. Those ads are about to hit. I'm assuming my countdown is still inaccurate and it's probably closer to 20 seconds than the minute and 20 that it says it has. So we might do a micro BRB once those do hit, just so I can stretch a little bit. There it is. There it is. Yeah. So it was off by like a minute and 10 seconds. But give me a sec. I'm just gonna throw on the BRB, and then when we come back, I'll try to play some Fatal Frame. Try. So we'll see in a minute. Do some self-care.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. 20 months. That's fucked up. That's a lot of months. Hello, Saccharin. I hope you're well. Big 2-0. 2-0. I'm also gonna... Hello? Sorry. I think my USB ports are like dying or something. I touched a cable and it made that like disconnect sound. I was like, oh no. I'm gonna open a can. That's what I was gonna say. So if you hate the sound of a can cracking, that's your
Verily
that's
for
your heads
home.
up. Oh my goodness. Home. Why did she say it like that? 11 months, Walkie. Those are both big numbers. It's too many number. The fuck hates a crispy can. I don't know. Some people have, you know, audio problems. Get ready. Get ready. There we go. Bought chairs today. Yeah, she got chairs. We're up to with those 4 chairs that she got today. We're up to 6 dining chairs. We got 6 places at our table now, baby. For the dining room table that she uses for work. You sit on the... No, we literally don't. That's what I'm trying to say. Tupper does now that she works from home. We have a dining table and 2 dining chairs, and we eat dinner at our coffee table on the couch. But we had 2 very lovely vintage chairs to go with the dining room table. And now we have 4 more on top of that. So most of the chairs are steps for the cats, yeah. Armchair in the other room. Need in the kitchen because it's so warm right now, yeah. I think like we might use the table more. In the new place. Part of it is like the kitchen just isn't really accommodating in this apartment. And like in general, we don't have a lot of space for storage, so stuff just kind of gets shoved into the corner of like the dining room section of the kitchen. So it's, I don't know, it's not very cozy to eat at the table at current. You know? You know, it's very off-putting to want to be there with something that's not like work or a project. It's a great space for when you have to just like have head down and focused, but if you're just trying to like chill out and eat a meal, it's very just like no. The vibe isn't it. It's just not. It's not the vibes. Give me one moment. I just need to swap category. I knew that we were going to yap today, so I actually put us in just chatting, which I usually forget to do or don't do because I assume we're not going to yap, and then we do anyway. But we will play a game here shortly, so. I know that's a wild concept, but it's happening. Can't stop it. All right, there we go. I think I did save it, right? Yes, I did. Okay, we're good. All right, we're good. Let me get the game open then. So I obviously haven't played this since the last stream, which was like almost 2 weeks ago. So you'll have to pardon while I reacclimate to what the hell I'm doing. Would anyone else like to see the chairs? You can post the chairs in Discord. Here, we'll do this. Just in case anyone wants to see them. No pressure, but that's there. Are you winning? We're gonna find out. I hope you're well, Chaos. We're gonna find out. I'm gonna have to relearn what the hell I'm doing in this game. I know we were just kind of starting to get to the point where plot threads were beginning to entwine and come to light. Slowly, bit by bit, we were learning things. But we don't know much yet, so. Living room is basically just a dining room. Yeah. The table in the dining room is perfect for puzzles. Yeah, and that's the other thing, is honestly, when we have better storage space, so that corners like the dining room are a little more comfortable, I assume that the dining room table will likely be an activity table more than a consume food table. But that's okay. At least it gets used. Oh yeah, we get summaries. That's actually, I forgot about this. This is brilliant. Because it's going to remind us what the fuck was going on. At least a little bit. When Ruka hears the music box in her room, childhood memories come flooding back. Her family home, her mother, Sayaka, and her father, mask artisan Soya, whose face she is still unable to remember. Coming back to reality, she finds the organ mask made by her father. This same mask had been placed on Ruka's face by her abductor 10 years previously. Reading her mother's diary, Ruka discovers that Sayaka suspected her husband of planning to use the missing girls in some kind of a ritual, and of being involved in the whole kidnapping incident. Ruka now knows why her mother left her father, but when she stands in the cave beneath Haibara Infirmary, she is overwhelmed by the feeling that she has been there before. Steal Tupper and the chairs from me? Well, back then, I forgot I had to read all the dialogue. I feel like I was here forever. Your mother sent me. Everything will be okay. I feel like I melted into nothing at that moment. Your mother sent me. Everything will be okay. Take this. There you go. Every single time it slips my mind that I have to actively read the dialogue because there's no English dub. So I apologize. Maybe found lamps? You did not tell me about that one, no. Toppers were made to be stolen. Oh my god. This fucking guy. Went to lock up downstairs, got invaded by cats. Welcome back. I was taken here from somewhere. I remember walking along a dark path. Okay. Slowly get reacquainted. Never mind, cutscene. I just wanted to learn the controls again. That's a good noise. Why are they so warbly? Well, there was a way. There we go. So you can lock on. That's one dead, maybe. Come on. It's very rude to like start the chapter and just immediately throw these fuckers at me. I was trying to have a conversation. And then y'all showed up. Little bitches. Alright. Wasteful sigh, he's so good. He is very good from what we've seen so far. I have no reason to disagree with that statement at all. Lady with the chairs is so nice. She knows your mom. Of course she does. To pick them up. She's like, yeah, your mom knows where it is. You've probably been here. That's so funny. It does happen. Yeah, we are small town people. That is a common vibe. A small shrine with a mask inside is positioned in an alcove. I have it? No, the entirety of Atlantic Canada is pretty
Good morning, Sam.
small scale. Good morning, crew. Hope you're well. Goodness, please, interrupting cutscenes. I remember being taken through here to the place just ahead. There we go. Hydrate. The goer to bed. Of course. Of course, of course. I know it's quite late over there. Sweet dreams, Rat. Thanks for stopping in, hanging out, saying hi. Always good to see you. Fallen rocks block the path. There's a small hole. It might be possible to crawl through. Well, then let's go. Just enough space to crawl through. Then do it. Let's go. Mwah. Also going to bed. Same sentiment. It is quite late, I understand. But it's always good to see you. Thank you for stopping in. Wow. Need we? Trying to have a nice moment here and just... Sweet dreams, Samu. Sorry for the jump scare. Fun to listen about stuff. Oh, also, I finished your Higurashi read-through literally today at work. Thank you for that. It was a very good listen. It was nice experiencing the story. Firstly, now that I'm not like a young teenager and also in a semi-original form, is that like the actual original or is it just like a I know it's probably remastered if it's on Steam, but that is the original, right? Either way, it was a very good time. I was thinking about it when I finished and was like, I don't think I would have enjoyed taking that in if I was playing it myself. I feel like audiobooking the visual novel worked so much better for my brain. If I had to sit there and manually read everything, I don't think I would have taken as much of it in as I did while watching your videos, so thank you. Someday I'll have a place where I can actually yell out loud. I feel that to my heart. That's a big hope I have, is that I can lean more and more into vocal stuff once we are in the house properly, so. The original art had mitten hands. But the translation is Steam specific. Okay. Depending on the console. Okay, right. That makes sense. But the story itself was original then, and that's cool. Because I had only experienced the original anime. And that was when I was much younger. So. Hang on. I know you're trying to... You're free to go. You're not stuck here. I'm just in my own thought bubble now. Please leave if you must sleep. I just want to know when the anime came out. Please. When was the anime? A novel anime. 2006. I probably got into it a little bit later because it was finished when I finally watched it. 7. I would say probably like 2008 or 9, if I had to guess. So I would have been, what? Somewhere... No, he's younger than that. I was probably like 12 to 14, I think. And I don't really remember anything from that point in time, so... Picked up the first season DVD in a bargain bin. That's fucked. What a great find. No, I'd love to get the box set and rewatch it sometime. Okay, I'm accidentally stumbling through in the direction that I need to be going, but I want to explore the this place. The nooks and crannies. I want to look around just in case. I don't want to miss stuff. This stage is so weird. What the fuck is going on here? Can't go out there. This is where I came in, I believe. Okay, we're back. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, that's where we came in. The whole thing is just weird, like this. All right. Me too, sir. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Be able to do stuff like that in the house. Sweet dreams, Samu. I just wanted to say thank you. Sorry for keeping you. Bye now. Experience was less. Hooray, community, and more. Everyone knew your business and judged you. Yeah. Unless you went to one of 4 local churches. We have way more than 4 local churches, trust me. There is, if you go to the downtown core, there is a block where you can count probably 6 or 7 of them. That's the kind of place we live. For example, without saying too much, pretty tragic event here resulted in a public procession. Yeah. People respected them and bringing, yeah. The thing about here is, like, yes, everybody knows your business, but also I find people here are a little more... They're not going to necessarily give you a hard time. They're a little more apt to stay in their lane. The rumor mills will still spin, and everyone knows everything about everyone. But they are a little more tight-lipped. If that makes sense. A little less prone to being just like outright assholes to your face out of the blue. a little less prone. You're more likely to just get like shifty side eye and judging looks, which is, you know, whatever. I can live with that. Note left by fisherman. Found a piece of paper with a message scrawled on it. She is coming. Everyone who saw her blossomed. That woman. That woman. That woman. That woman. That woman. That woman. We came down here to get away from her, but she's coming. Her face. 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 Can't see 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 face. Judging looks are also from the elderly for the most part. Yeah. And to be fair, they're all dying. Oh, goodness. 30s, 40s crowd. Queer crowd. Yeah. Well, I've said before that we have an extremely strong arts community. but it doesn't really have any backing. So it's the arts community that is upholding the arts community. And that makes for a really, really fundamentally strong arts community. Which is really nice to see. I'm in that crowd as of a month ago. Are you a baby? Only slightly more baby than we are. Oh, I forgot to do the content warning pin. Do that after I kill this thing. I was looking at the flashing light every time I take a photo and was like, I was supposed to do something here. I'm so sorry. Let me do that really quick. Now that they have been felled. There we go. So just fucking winging it every time. I could just copy paste, but I don't. My 6'5" son. Only 4 years older and calling you a baby. Tupper and I do tend to fall into semi-parental friend roles. We'll adopt anybody. It's okay. You're all welcome. I don't care if you're older. We'll adopt you. It's fine. I don't know how it happened. It's just, you know, sometimes there's an energy. That's all it takes. An energy, in some extent, a level of a certain type of maturity, I guess. I know we've discussed a little bit that you and I kind of grew up in semi-similar circumstances where we were, like, kind of just thrust into responsibility for younger siblings. And that evolved into also being like the listening friend to whom everyone came with their woes, but who held on to their own woes to figure out for themselves because that's what felt right. Hey. Still down there? Or? No, you're gone. Okay. Alright, now I need to refine that path. Parentification. Yes, but also not just. But also not just. I know in my case, I have 3 younger siblings, and we were, for most of our lives, or most of our younger lives, we lived with our single mother. So that automatically meant that I kind of was responsible for babysitting them. Has enabled me to be baby with him as soon as our friend needs us. Yeah, right? That's fair. What am I doing? It's the other direction. I just need... How did I... Okay, I'm getting turned around. Do I have a map? I do have a map. Okay, where am I trying to fucking go? It's like here, I think. Going this way. No, because that looks... it's here. We're going here. So not there. This way. This way. And then here. Yeah, and then down. Okay, we're good. We got it. To plug in my laptop for me because I have wet nail polish. That was good. That was really fucking funny. Who's got item? Where's this hiding? Hello? It is up on the wall. Okay. You think I'm funny and not pathetic? You're far from pathetic. I'm just gonna go this way. Just ignore me. Pretend I'm not here. No, no, no. I have to go this way. You're supposed to pretend I'm not here. There we go. See? It's all fine. A book. The Rogetsu Primeval Passage. There's an old-fashioned bound book here. On the Isle of Rogetsu, there exists a cavern called the Primeval Passage. This cavern hath been a training place for maidens since Byakuya, being the ancestor of the vessels who holdst concords with the moon. Hadst a vision in this cavern whilst at her training. Entering the cavern where no light reaches, the maiden retained her own essence whilst cleansing her mind of all things of the world, becoming empty and dying, and returning to this world in rebirth, being thus the training of the Rogetsu Primal Passage. Many of the maiden women will lose their mind, as only few can withstand the training and obtain spiritual concourse. Ye shall not let those women unfit to be a maiden undertake training in the Primeval Passage. Okay, well... Fuck's attacking me. Come on now. I need you to like come way over here so that I can just fatal frame you subsequently. Get those combos. No, don't drift wallward. Bye-bye! Okay. Vouch for the fact that I force-fed him some big cozy meals. Yeah, we just had extra. Made big stew. Hello? I guess it should be stated that I do not expect to finish this tonight, but I know we are getting very close. So this is phase 9 at 12, right? I know there was an I and there was an X, and we're very. I don't think we're on 11, so it's probably 9. That's my assumption. there's too much we haven't done yet to be on 11, so probably on phase 9. I don't think we have quite enough time to get through the rest of them, but barring any extraordinary circumstance, that does mean we should be able to finish Friday. I would think. How's your head? It's okay. It was worse earlier. It's been a good sport about it. Feeling a little under the weather the past couple days, yeah. Insisted I eat the last of the soup. I try not to let ailment take me out. But Tupper has been very good on occasions where I'm just like sick to the point or have a migraine to the point where I'm like, I just need to be bedridden. Can I just like exist and not do anything for a bit? For the most part, I feel like I am a little bit stubborn about my well-being and refuse to just not do anything unless it's really physically difficult to not do anything. I prefer to be in motion for the most part, so makes sense that mine is getting much worse. I assume you've taken a Motrin already. Just keep an eye on it and let me know if you need anything. That I know getting up and doing. Well, I mean, I know too, but that doesn't stop me. Because I am also stubborn. Just take the painkiller, hon. just take the painkiller. Note left by Islander. It's all because of that damn mask. That mask isn't a thing of this world, it belongs to another place. What kind of disaster has that mask brought to this island? It has brought about the day of tranquility. Everyone lives, yet becomes as the dead. You absolutely must not look upon that face. Okay. Where are you going? You're running away from me. Alright. Want to finish this work file and then gonna lay down. Yeah, but like, take the painkiller anyway. Just to help ease it. Hello? Just hanging out, huh? What's happening with that last one? That was too close. There we go. That's a good angle. Yeah. One more cheeky. Perfect. Stay away, leave me alone. Oh, but I need to get through there. Oh, but you're gonna be a problem, aren't you? You can pass through walls and I can't. Oh, I'm stuck in a fence. I probably could have run by, but I hesitated. You don't appear again. Does that mean... Can I go back here and explore a little more then? Hold up, hold up, hold up. Hang on. I assumed it was just like big danger to go into the circle room. Oh my god, please don't step any more gingerly than you already do while sprinting. You move so slow. Oh, wait. Okay. Right. Was I here? Yes, okay. Yeah. We got some here. Okay. Cool. Statue's head is covered in charms. There's another statue behind this one as well. Repeating the day without suffering. After all the stuff talking about the day of tranquility. Translation thing. No, that's so fair. Sorry. To readopt that mechanic too. Keep forgetting that it's a thing. So we came from here. And then we ran straight that way. So what's this, you know? Who's here? What's going on? Nothing. Can't go down. That's all part of the paths that Okay. Oh, I do always love seeing kind of the different ways translations get handled. Because different translators are going to interpret things a little bit differently. Why they would call it that. Didn't die without fear or pain. They were terrified running from her. Yeah, I don't know. It was the same. It was the same in the second game, wasn't it? The event that they were trying to keep at bay had a name that didn't necessarily lend itself to the dire situation that it actually was. The statue's face is completely covered, but I might be misremembering because I don't actually remember the name of the day. You're in here somewhere. Give me the thing. Fuck you hiding this? What? Oh, it was to the Great Calamity. Okay, that's... No, that does sound as dire as it was. I thought there was one of them that was like... The tragedy sounded uncharacteristically peaceful in its description. What lenses do I even have? I don't know. There's so many. I don't know. Using blast. Take more powerful shots. Slows ghosts down. Viewfinder mode only. I don't know what that even means. So, what if we just... Oh, wait. 0 is just better than blast. So what if I just... that? Right? Oh, but then can I... Yeah. 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 Repentance. Okay, that's still not quite as peaceful, but it doesn't lend itself to quite the same tragedy that the event was actually. You know. The event was more tragic than that name gives credence to. But no, Day of Tranquility is still the strangest out of any of them. Regetsu Kagura Chronicle. Accompanied by a maiden known as a garden... Oh my God, can you tell that I haven't done this? Accompanied by a maiden known as a guardian, I shall observe one of the most important Kagura festivals in the country and test out the camera obscura. This Shigetsu Kagura starts as a gentle dance and becomes more and more intense. It is said that at the climax, many people collapse from the intoxicating excitement. Some also suffer from a condition known as moonlust at the time of the Kagura. This moonlust may be caused by the soul not returning completely after becoming one with the spirits during the trance state of the Kagura. It may also be caused when the soul returns but has changed. As the guardians are of a bloodline that is easily possessed by spirits, they undergo training before the Kagura. I have heard the legends of the guardians, and they are most fascinating. They say that, to the dead, the souls of the living appear like bundles of noise called moon sounds, which are different for everyone. The moon sound becomes higher when one is angry, trembles when one is confused, and becomes lower when one is sad, but its music never changes. However, if a person suffers from moonlust, their moon sound becomes distorted and broken. As superstitions go, the idea that people are made of music is an attractive one. There is more to the legends of the guardians. The maidens themselves have the role of playing various melodies in order to preserve the proper moon sounds. These melodies cannot cure moonlust, but they are said to be able to treat various conditions. The idea of curing disease through prayer is not unusual, but even in my extensive research of the supernatural, I have yet to hear of direct healing through music. The guardian maidens say they can hear my moon sound, and that it's a pleasant one. Despite saying some strange things, all of the priestesses have a surprisingly modern mindset, and are kind, intelligent, and beautiful. I do so wish they could accompany me to my next destination. A mask is positioned in the center of this large shrine. Final Fantasy I was the Great Calamity. That makes sense. That does sound accurate. Calamity is also just a very fantasy go-to for cataclysmic disaster. Unsurprisingly so. It's a word that brings with it the gravitas of a situation, right? Who's here? Show me thing. Where are you? Please. I just want this item, please. Give it to me. It's around here somewhere. Just on the floor, chilling. Gotta be, because it disappears with the wall. It's not registering through the door, is it? No, because it fades when I get close to the door, so it is right here. Fuck are you? What are you even talking about? Why am I so bad at locating the items? Is it just on the others? It might just be on the other side of this. Son of a bitch. No, because that's... Fuck you. Come on. Alright, those ads are... those ads are gonna hit in about a minute. That's also the 2 hour, so I will run downstairs, stretch properly. Since we're getting a micro cutscene here, I'll probably do that as soon as we get control again. Just throwing music as per always. Do a little stretch, you know the drill. I want to make sure Tupper's doing okay and everything, so I will be back shortly. I'll see you in a minute. Did you self-care? I hope so. I did a little stretch. It's nice. Stood downstairs. Got very long. Just vibed for a little bit, you know? Right. But let us then get back into it real quick, shall we? Shall we? Just unceremoniously pause that music and get rolling again. Temple of the Lunar Eclipse. Oh, good. Nothing bad could possibly happen here, right? Nothing terrible will happen here. This is an awkward long staircase. I guess we are coming up from like the fucking ritual grounds underground. That makes sense that it's excessive. Ominous. Grandiose. Nice. To Rigetsu Kagura visitors. There's a pamphlet on the floor. The Rigetsu Kagura will be held tonight in the Temple of the Lunar Eclipse. Please come to the stage by 10 p.m. Note that during the performance, the door to the temple will be sealed and no one will be allowed in or out. The eclipse is expected to begin around midnight, after which time leaving your seat will be strictly prohibited. Also, all those who wish to watch the Kagura must receive a mask at Shugen Temple and wear it at all times during the performance. Oh, good. Beautiful. What a wonderful photo. Fuck me. It's fine. I got the credit. Fucking hell. That could not have gone worse. Do I have healing as... Who am I? Ruka? Oh yeah, we got plenty. Okay, we're good. We got so much stuff as Ruka, actually. I guess she is sort of like the primary protagonist. We've got several protagonists, but she's like the big one. That noise coming from behind the door. I've heard it before. That's fine, we'll look at that in a minute. Where? Oh. Ah. A huge wooden gate with a large bar. It's much too heavy to be lifted by one person. Sure, sure. Silence. This is the stage where the Kagura dance was held. That's a way down. I would... Is it? No. It's broken stairs. Okay. We do need to go around. Sometimes the sprint likes to do this cool thing where it locks me in the forward direction, and I can't actually move left or right. It's quite annoying. It's not supposed to. It just does. It decides, no, you're going this way. There's nothing you can do about it. She's not wearing a mask. That was one thing I noted. I don't know if I verbalized it, but I did note that she was like the singular person showcased that wasn't wearing one. Every time we got these flashbacks. She's blossomed. How? Well, that's not great. Oh, we're fighting. We're fighting all of you? We're fighting all of you. That's not great. Fur, you did not appear at my feet, thank you. Oh. Yeah, this is gonna be a bit of a problem, isn't it? There's a lot going on here. Hold please. Hold please. You stop there. You get out of here. I need to equip a better film. Figure out how to even navigate this. She's very just like locked on. Okay. What the fuck do I do here? This is fucked. What the hell? This is an absurd escalation of difficulty. This is absurd. To heal like every time I get hit. I want those big hits. Is one of you down? It's really not cool that you can just spawn under my feet, man. There's just gotta be something I'm fundamentally not understanding. No, I'm not utilizing my lens as well. Could probably be doing that more, but I don't know how much, like, crowd control that would actually offer. When I feel like there just isn't time to charge things up. I guess I could fucking upgrade. That's one thing. Just mid-boss fight, upgrade your camera, you know. Do I have that equipped? You're slow, I do, okay. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. It's just little ones left. Fucking so low again. all of my healing. Okay, we should be able to buy a bunch of those to replace. It should be fine. It's like literally the most relentless ghosts we've encountered. They spawn so close and attack so readily. Just you and me, isn't it? I don't like that. You can just spawn under my feet. It'd be fine if it was just to hold me in place, but you do damage, which is very rude. Very close. Goodness me. What a spontaneous ordeal. Ghostly ankle biters. I was taken away during the Kagura that day. Down here. Deep, deep down. So deep. Now I need to remember where I came in from. I think this is the way to go. Pretty sure. The next save point we find, I will have to buy healing. God damn. So there's just straight up nothing with this camera. Okay, there we go. I wasted it, but I wanted to learn how some of these other features worked. So I wasn't even using the abilities that I was equipping. Naturally. If that's to be understood. I thought they were more like passives. But they are literally just a burst ability. Oh, better late than never, right? Ooh. That's 2-shot. That's like the Magnum. The Magnum ammo of Fatal Frame. An organ for the right of descent. Well, that goes further down. So what's going on all the way down here? Right? It's all this then. Put this mask on. Soya. Was that father just now? Well, if I'm meant to follow... Wait. Is this progress or is down there progress? Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Item? Item? Sorry. Didn't mean to disturb your lamp, lady. That was, fucking rude of you, though. Hey. So. Where are you up here? In the wall. Naturally. And I don't get anything for it. I just get jumped for there being an item in a lamp, allegedly. It's just a fucking ghost. Takes my health and fights me. What a bitch. My filament lit up. Don't bait me like that. It's so rude. That does go deeper. Ah, I feel like that's progress. Dad side quest? Dad side quest. We'll do dad side quest. Father! Father! I would like a mask from you, please. That's the whole point, isn't it? It's your whole thing? Oh. Fucking, okay. Girl in pain on altar. No, you are a ghost. Might be. Well, this doesn't suck at all, right? Offerings of wine and food have been placed by the altar. The food is decomposed beyond all recognition. Sure, the wine's fine. That's how it works, right? Secrets of the Shugen Temple. The mask of the vessel must have inside it a face removed from a deceased person who buddeth not. That face, being placed in the Shugen Temple, must bathe in the light of the moon for one night. In the chamber of the mask artisan, the face is peeled off the body of the deceased, and then so tanned. All the while the moon's light must shine upon it. The altar adorned with Regetsu engravings enshrines a female mask. The snow-white surface of the mask is cracked like rock. Giving us all the mag memo now. Father was always in there. Father? Father? Dad? Let me in. Trying to make sense of what's actually going on out that window. I feel like it's meant to convey dense wood. But the flat background texture is just a little too close. And it looks like a wall. It's starting. I must prepare the masks. Soya returning from temple. Papa! Where are you going? There we go. Stop it. Maybe it was like an actual wall, because they can see out those windows and they go. This place. Is this my home? Oh! No, I didn't go down the fucking stairs! I thought this was side quest! Damn it. It's okay. Progress is progress. While investigating Haibara Infirmary, Choshiro discovers that the procedures performed on its patients were both inhumane and illegal. They were being used as test subjects by director Shigeto Haibara to some unknown end. Shigeto's son, Yo, was also complicit in these crimes. But why was Shigeto so obsessed with finding a cure for Moonlight Syndrome? The biggest clue so far is the Regetsu Kagura ceremony. With the Kagura being the cause of Moonlight Syndrome in so many patients, the Haibaras believed that its masks and music held the key to a cure. The Kagura was also being held on the day of the girls' disappearances 10 years ago. Is this more than just a coincidence? And who is the woman in the disturbing picture painted by one of the patients of Regetsu Hall? Probably try to finish this one, and then we'll wrap it up for tonight. We'll see how far we get into it, but that's kind of the rough goal. Yeah, it'd be 2 chapters today, 2 chapters Friday kind of thing, right? Something has appeared in the photo. We were there. The scene feels familiar because we were there. 2 years after the last festival, I came here in pursuit of Haibara. I saw that woman, and I can't remember after that. Yuko Magaki's painting notes. This is his diary. Magaki, the artist who stayed in this room. The visions continue to bring me more and more masterpieces, and since I have come to Regetsu Hall, they have only increased in the beauty of their finality. For instance, take my piece entitled 5 Girls Seeking Light. It depicts those naive and foolish girls crying for help while oblivious to their crime. A mixture of hope and despair, the weight of the task with which they are burdened. Such beautiful girls. This piece can truly be called the embodiment of my visions. Now the visions spread endlessly before my eyes, and then there is nothing. These visions are the flowers of salvation. Yes, they bring about the salvation that we have been waiting for. We will all be saved by our own annihilation. Bright, blinding annihilation will bloom over this island. All the filth and dirtiness will blossom. Stop ye and witness the flower woman. See her face, filled with the beauty of annihilation. The face with no face. The flower of annihilation. Come. Come, come, come. Yeah, okay. So I don't remember how to actually get to where that, that guided us. Yo, entering gallery. My dear sister. Okay, so... Ibarra. 2 children. One was maiden. Got moonlight syndrome. Something went wrong. Father doctor. Trying to cure moonlight syndrome. Hubris results in something else going wrong. Whole ceremony fucked. Whole island fucked. Brother trying to fix problem to some capacity before obviously falling to it himself because he's no longer of this world, but they were trying to fix his sister of her moonlight syndrome. That's new working theory. Not really new working theory, but updated, more detailed working theory. Still the same theory. Maiden ritual, something bad. Everything go funny. That was always the working theory, and that's still the working theory. I gave him full power. So this increases damage dealt to ghosts, and this increases damage dealt to closer ghosts. So that's... Joshiro is just like full power. Absolute powerhouse. That's the kind of spin we've taken on him so far. While okay, so some of them are passive. Sorry. Map. I'm looking for... It's probably 2nd floor. I feel like it's that door right there that we're trying to get to. Do you have healing after that ordeal with a... Oh yeah, you're so good. Doing fine. Man. Key being in the lift is interesting. We found that key as... Masaki. Masaki? Was that her name? Didn't we? I'm pretty sure we did. Or do I have to actually go down there? Oh! Yeah, okay, and there was no way to examine it from the 3rd floor. Fine, 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 fine. We'll go all the way. What are we looking for out here then? What secrets do you hold? Sudden onset migraine, I get it. This feeling. Don't look. This time. Don't think I can just run away. Okay, so we're just all at once fighting you? I forgot how he worked. Sorry, my bad. No way! Got obliterated. God damn. We're gonna have rain tomorrow. Yeah. This feeling. Where are my painkillers? It's gonna rain. I need an ice pack. I need to lay down right now. I was expecting her fight to be a lot more climactic. We're a powerhouse right now. That can't be like the serious fight that we're gonna have to deal with. There's gonna be more. Bottom right of his first person. It's the moon. Wasn't full, so it looked like a cornea. Yeah. No, it goes down as I attack. And I assume that either decreases subsequent attacks powers, or I have to like wait for it to charge if it goes empty or something before I can attack more. It hasn't really happened, so I don't really know how it works necessarily, but it's something like that. What the fuck is this? Thank you. How long am I supposed to sit here watching something? I missed it. I sit here and the whole time she's asleep in there. How could she even still be alive in that state? I think she's going to wake up one day. She'll wake up and the door will open. The door. Just wanted to pick up the item, man. Where are you? With this ambience in the background? No, hang on. On duty nurses notes 3. Remember that. We'll read it in the notes later. You're right here, right? Or is it the other one? Where was that? I missed 2. Interesting. Earlier in my shift, I dozed off and had a decidedly vivid dream. In the dream, I was standing in front of that door, the one behind which she lies deep in sleep, safely locked away. I think I hear something. I listen hard. There it is, very faint. What is it? A breeze blowing? Breathing? No, it's someone singing. Suddenly, the door starts to open. Behind that door is supposed to be my patient, a woman lying asleep on the verge of death. Supposedly. The door, which should have been securely locked, opens with a sickening screech. Don't look, don't look, don't look. I shouldn't look, but I can't help myself. I peer through the crack in the door. Eyes. Dull, red eyes. What is it? I don't understand. What is that face? What is it? Alright. Locked.
Good morning, Sam. Blood collection complete.
Thank you
for
for your generosity. Water. I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. I keep getting that. Sorry, there's ambient noise that I keep. That. Is that telling me something or is that just there? Updated. Okay. Is it you? Is it alerting me to you? It must be. Frames are fantastic. So far, doing mostly alright. Got our ass kicked by what I presume was a boss. We killed it, but we got our ass kicked. I hope you've been having a beautiful week so far. Well? Oh. Woman under floor. Something has appeared in the photo. Okay. Can she disappear as well? Is this, this is very loud in my ears. It's just in that room. Is there... What is... Okay, what am I trying to do here? Search the area where the woman in red came from. Is that not what I just did? Sorry, I'm like extra curious now if that is... the doll. Oh yeah, you're right there. How did I not notice that sound until today? I assume that's been playing the entire playthrough. Door was locked? Increased confusion. Ads, come on. Should I do use the washrooms? It's probably not for the worst. Pool reflects the light cast by the moon. The surface gleams darkly, obscuring the depths below. So there is something going on in that screaming room. The room that yells at me. Get him there. Doll. Where? Yeah, those ads are there. So let me run to the washroom really quick. I'll put music on, BRB, all the stuff, you know. Oh, we shouldn't be long. Shouldn't be long. See you shortly. Wow. Just in time for the chat message to pop. Incredible. The song's also literally about to end, so beautiful, beautiful. Hi. I hope you self-cared. At least a little bit. At least a little bit. That's all I can ask. Just a wee little bit of self-care. Okay, what are we doing? We're exploring the screaming, the room that's gonna yell. Well, no, there's a doll here. That's right. That's what we're doing first. Where? I don't know why I'm investing this much into it, seeing as how I have already said we're not getting them all. But I know the trick now, so I'm cursed to find them. I haven't really done any of the tapes. There are files that look like daily logs, but they're faded and impossible to read. Okay, but why does this room just like suck? Is something bugged or several numbered switches? Switchboard is written on the metal door, which is rusted shut completely. Just this feels like we're meant to be attacked. But no such thing appears to be happening. This was locked. And remains so. I go down there? This is closed, and then it's open, and then it's closed. not understanding this at all. So I can get it to open and close. That doesn't seem to matter. So this is the first point this entire game where I just genuinely do not actually know what I'm doing. Like, nothing changes if I go on the balcony again, does it? I don't imagine why it would. Or do I go back to the fucking painting? Forgot that that's why we were here to begin with. The painting. It was this way, right? Pretty sure. Fuck, we'll find out. It's not that big up here. Sorry, if I scrub back through VODs and hear that sound regularly, I'm gonna be so disappointed in myself. No, this was the wrong direction. It's the other way. It was the other way. Of course. But we got it all, so. I think kind of regardless of whether we finish the chapter or not. And which is 10 o'clock. I think I'm gonna have to just force call it for the evening. Call that a good refresher after a week off. Just because it is a Wednesday. I do work tomorrow. And we're into the season where the work days are just long. It's busy. I did hear the doll sound, but I couldn't pinpoint where, and it didn't replay, so we're moving on. That does not appear to have changed anything in here. Fuck me then. I'm at a bit of a loss. Ah. Cheeky. Cheeky. You know, it's gotta be something in the basement, but all it tells me to do is search the area where the woman in red came from. It was just from in here, wasn't it? so confused as to what's supposed to be happening here. I don't want to have to look it up, but what else could there possibly be? One sec. We're just gonna look really quick, you know? Just really quick. It'll be fine. Fatal frame. Mask of the lunar eclipse. Walk through. Sure. Where are we? Phase 10. So long. What phase are we in now? Perfect, okay. Examine the radio, then grab the blue object on the shelf. Perfect, yeah. Trigger a scene once you enter. After the scene, go to the door on your right. What? Wait. Am I sup- just reading it, but it does kind of make it sound like I'm supposed to be able to come through here. Very confused. What? Hang on. Did I get that? I'm fucking confused, man. This walkthrough has only caused additional confusion. Did I get something after I fought the ghost in the courtyard? I feel like it's usually pretty obvious. I don't think I could have missed it if I did. Did we break it? Is it glitched? What's going on here? Fuck me. Okay, hang on. I guess we're going to the 4th floor. I don't know why. I'm lost. Maybe we'll explore this on Friday then. It's kind of just breaking my brain and annoying me right now. I'm too hot. I'm too tired. I must shower. Become unsweaty. Sleep. Try to sleep good, but probably just sleep. The elevator is open, so that is like... It was open when we came around. Yeah, the first time. So surely that's gonna be something, right? we see them before we... No, of course not. Sunglasses. Oh, no, they are there. They're just tiny. Oh, yeah, of course he gets a camera head, too. We probably don't have any, like, proper costumes for any of them. Right. How do I close the game again? There we go. It's one of these buttons. One of these buttons will do the thing somewhere. Alright. Not the most climactic send-off, I apologize. But my brain is actively shutting down, so... It's just, you know, it's been hot. It's hard to focus. All that said, obviously, I will be back Friday, barring any extraordinary circumstances. Hopefully, we'll be able to finish, but obviously there's no immediate guarantee of that, so we'll do what we can. As always, we'll just do what we can. If we do finish Friday and we're able to stream Saturday, I don't really know what to expect, being real. It's just going to be one of those we'll cross that bridge type situations. Me think. Me think. I am just trying to look at who is online. We do have quite a few potential places to drop off. So that's good. Options is nice. Well, this one feels like it might be obvious. Yeah. I know it's always just comfortable spaces that I'm familiar with, but you know, universal defaulting. We're gonna hop on over to Galley. Say hi. She literally went live 3 minutes ago, not even. So that feels like the obvious, reasonable thing to do, right? Yeah, do I have anything else to say? Not really. Just I hope the week continues to treat you well, if it's been going well. And if it hasn't, I hope it gets substantially better from here on out. I do want to be back Friday. I do want to finish this game. Because the weeks are only going to get less and less predictable here on out. I really want to close the book on this game before the scheduling is out of my control entirely. So I'll do my best. I will do my absolute damnedest on Friday to get through it. We are on phase 10 out of 12. It should be possible. It should be possible. I don't know how long each phase is necessarily, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll get it done. In the meantime, sure I will see many of you around in various other places. I appreciate the lovely welcome back. I know it was only a week. I was just gone for a week, and it was because I felt like garbage, but the very warm welcome felt very nice. So, thank you all. Be good. Take it easy. We'll see y'all later, all right? Bye-bye for now. Have a lovely night. Sleep well. Thank you for stream. Welcome back again. Appreciate all of you. Genuinely. It's so sweet being able to tune in. Just spill my brain stew for an hour and have everyone just vibe with it. And then play a game, arguably, and everyone just continue to vibe with it. So you're all very sweet. Hello, Zen. Also farewell. I hope you have a lovely day.
Good morning, Sam.
Good morning, Walkie. Yeah, you're all darlings. I cherish this funny little space we've carved out for ourselves. Very, very much. I do look forward to seeing all your little names, be it in this space, in your own spaces, in mutual spaces that we all happen to take solace in. It's always a delight, very, very genuinely. So sleep well if you're going to bed. Have a wonderful day if you've still got day left, or if you're just starting one. I'll be back Friday. You know the drill. Say hi to Gally for me. I'll probably be getting ready for bed, so it'll be very lurky on my end. Bye-bye for now.